You have way too much on your plate. School, work, social life, mental health, physical health, getting enough sleep, it's too much. In this video, we're going to walk through a step-by-step system to take control of your schedule. You are going to transform how you manage your time starting right now. Hi guys, I'm Lauren, and this channel is all about being 1% better every day in every single aspect of our life, whether this is social, emotional, health, fitness, wellness, whatever it is, we are trying to be the best possible versions of ourselves in all of that. And it takes time and it's not overnight. So through each of these videos, we are going to try to be a little bit better every day. So if you're looking for this constant motivation and tricks and explanations of things that will make you 1% better every day, make sure you subscribe. All right, step one, we are going to identify our priorities. Now, this sounds like a vague idea, and I feel like everybody talks about it, but we are going to get specific because this is the most important part of this video and in managing our busy schedules. And it's also where a lot of people get confused because in our heads, our priorities are one thing, but our actions speak a little bit louder and show that our priorities are actually elsewhere. So open your phone app, grab a piece of paper and pen, and write down every single thing that takes any bit of our time. Your classes, your job, your side hustle, your yoga, your gym, your meal prepping, your cooking dinner, spending time with friends, spending time with family, taking your dog on a walk, scrolling on our phones, checking our emails, every single thing that takes any portion of our time, write it down. Now, this might take a minute. Mine was like 100 and so long list of things, either super important things like making sure to go to the gym and going to work, down to things like scrolling on social media or reading a book. And don't lie to yourself. Don't pretend that you're only doing these amazing, aesthetic, clean girl, it girl things. You're lying to yourself. It's okay too. It's okay to spend 5 minutes to ourselves doing absolutely nothing or sleeping in an extra 10 minutes. But these things are adding up, so make sure you write down every single thing. So we are going to take that entire list of 10, 20, 500, 5,000 things that you just created, and we are going to organize it. So box one is going to be our urgent and important things. So these are things that have a time frame attached to them, and they are important to your future and reaching your goals. So these are things like tests. You have a test on Friday morning, 8 a.m. It's an urgent, it has a time constraint, and it's important for you in your future of accomplishing the goal of getting your associate's degree, getting your bachelor's degree, getting your master's degree. So these things are going into box number one. Now, box number two is important, but it's not urgent. So these are going to be things like studying for that exam, whereas actually taking that exam would go into box number one. This is something like applying for a job or working on a big project, either at work or in your personal life. So these are things that are super important to you, but they don't necessarily have a time constraint attached to them. Then box number three is going to be those urgent things that aren't necessarily that important to reaching your goals. So it might be checking your emails. It's urgent because you want to keep up with them, but a lot of them aren't going to be that important. It might be cleaning your disaster of a room where it's pretty urgent. You should probably get it done soon, but it's really not that important in the grand scheme of things. And then the last box are things that are not important and not urgent. Often these are going to be things that are distracting you from reaching your goals. And I'm not saying these are just bad things, but it might be scrolling on your phone. It might be a date night. It might be going out with friends. It might be checking social media. It might be cleaning when it wasn't your scheduled day to get cleaning done. And it's just a distraction to completing the goals that are in box number one. So use this and actually physically write down all of these boxes to figure out what's actually a priority to you. Because something might take priority, like scrolling on Instagram or hanging out with friends. But really, you write it down and you figure out none of these things are priorities to me, but I'm spending all this time on it. So now, using these boxes we've just created, we are going to time block and week block. So once a week, I choose every Sunday just because that's the easiest. We are going to go through our week and we are going to take that box number one and start putting it where it needs to go. Friday morning, we have a test. 8 a.m., write it down. 2 p.m. on Wednesday, we have a really important meeting. On Monday, I have this assignment due that's really important. So you're going to lay out all the important things and you're going to highlight those in red, and those are the first things that you are going to accomplish every day. Now, I get it. A lot of us have to work. So this is going to be the first thing we do as soon as we get home from work or as soon as we get done with class. Because these are the things that are going to take the most energy out of us. So we want to be the most energetic during this, which is during the first few hours of the day. So if you're most focused during the morning, you want to time block these things that are in box number 1 during the morning. Some people are a little bit insane, especially in like the college age group, like 18 to 25. I feel like some people say that their most productive times are at 2 a.m. I think that's absolutely insane, and I'm 20. But so if that's it, time block for that time, whatever time works for you. So break out your week, then go to box number 2 and fill it out there. Then box number 3, fill it out there. And then finally, box number 4 and fit it in where you have time. So maybe in your box number 4, a big one is going on Netflix and watching a series that you really like. It's fine. We are supposed to enjoy these little things in life, but we're going to put them strategically. Maybe we only binge on the weekends. Maybe we only watch one show a night, and it's maybe only on Monday nights we actually have time to watch a show. Or maybe on Wednesday is your dedicated reading night. So we want to make sure that we have this structured week so that we actually complete all of the goals in our boxes 1, and then some in our box 2, some in our box 3, and then here and there we'll complete something in our box 4. The next step is to master the art of saying no and delegating. We don't have time for everything. Let me repeat that. You do not have time to do every single thing, every single goal, every single dream. You cannot fit everything in your schedule. We only have 24 hours and we already need 8 to get a good night's sleep. So if something comes up and it's not in your box number 1, take a minute and think about the 5-minute rule. Will accomplishing this impact you in 5 years in a positive way? Yes or no? Or can I commit to this in 5 minutes or less? If it's something you can commit in 5 minutes or less, and it's a positive thing, it makes you feel good, it makes the other person feel good, go for it. You can commit 5 minutes. But if it's more than 5 minutes and you said no to the first question that it's not going to have a positive impact on you in 5 years, say no to it. It is okay to say no. And if people are really that upset that you said no, then they're not someone that you want to keep in your close circle. I know that saying no is very hard. So, like any other habit we're trying to form, start small. Let's say an impromptu hangout comes up and maybe you do have time, but you're like, I really don't want to use my energy on this. I'd rather use it on this other thing that's going to propel my career, propel my side hustle. Say no. It's something really simple. It's not a big extravagant thing. It's not like you're saying no to going to someone's wedding. It's okay to say no. And then delegate. There are some things that we cannot delegate. We can't delegate our actual 9 to 5 job. We can't clone someone and get someone to work there. So we can't delegate that. But there are things that we can delegate. Your time is very valuable and you almost want to put a price on your time. Let's say your side hustle is currently making you $100 a week. Can you afford paying $100 a month on a cleaner to deep clean your house so that you don't have to, and you can spend that extra 2, 3, 4 hours making your side hustle make you even more money? Maybe it's getting someone to edit videos for your side hustle. Maybe your side hustle is cleaning lawns. Maybe you can get an intern to help you for a very low cost, and then you get to exponentially increase your profits. And then you have time for other things like marketing your new business. Maybe you can use things like AI to create plans for you, to create study guides. Maybe you can create a study group so that everyone can do one chapter and create the best notes for every single chapter for your 5-chapter test. That way, each of you gets to spend less time on that and more time on working on the project that's due next week. So find ways to delegate, either using the people around you or using money. Now let's talk about building routines. Now I know every Sunday or whatever day of the week, we are now going to set up a plan for the rest of the week. But there are some things that we want to keep consistent every single day to push us towards our goals. So this is where we are going to create routines. Having a morning routine and having a night routine is really going to set us up for success for the day and the next day. So start your day off with things that energize you. Going on a walk, doing yoga, stretching, taking a cold shower, eating healthy food, getting in your water, getting in your vitamins, doing things that really set you up for success for the rest of the day so all of our priorities can get taken care of. And having an evening routine, because we need time to relax, and that should be in part of your box 1, because relaxing, getting 8 hours of sleep, that is urgent and it should be a priority because These things are going to help us stay healthy in the long run and allow us to accomplish our goals. So having a good, consistent night routine where you're meditating or you're journaling or you're reading, things that are going to help you relax and lower your cortisol so that you can show up even better the next day. So the last step is to stay so organized that there's no gaps to kind of fall into. Now, this is a great place to use tools. So we talked about habits, and a lot of times our goals are met through habits. So maybe your goal is to really get good with your finances, and so part of that is reading a book about finance every night. So we want to stay consistent with these goals, and there's going to be multiple of them. The app that I really like, not sponsored, is Habit. So the free version, you can put up to, I think, 6 habits. So I have my most important ones. So I have meditation and journaling is one, going to the gym is another one, working on my YouTube channel is another one. You can do small, you can do big goals, and then you get to swipe and check it off. And you can actually add a second person to this app, which is really neat to kind of to hold each other accountable. So I actually haven't done this yet, but I think I might get my boyfriend to join this with me so that we can check on each other and be like, hey, you didn't read tonight, what's going on? Or hey, you skipped the gym, maybe you should get in a night workout. I'll come with you, you know? So things like this, really having accountability and accountability partners is really good. And then staying organized with our schedule. Now, I work a 9 to 5. It's really like 7 to 4. But a lot of people are now self-employed. And so it can be really hard to keep track of your day and keep yourself motivated when you don't have structure. So that's another part, creating structure. The newest one I've been doing is signing up for yoga, but at a place that has a cancellation fee, because you're never going to find me paying a $25 cancellation fee. Like, that's absolutely absurd. So even if I don't want to go, I'm forcing myself. And the thing is, it's not only for the yoga, because if I have a 7 o'clock class I need to get to, I know that for the hour and a half before that, I'm going to be so productive because I want to get everything done before 7 so that after my yoga class, I can come home and just take a bath, take a shower, relax, read, and it really just gets yourself going. It forces you to get yourself going. So set up these accountability tricks. Another one could be scheduling a meeting with your friend twice a week. So twice a week you meet at a coffee shop and you get work done. You're going to hold each other accountable. Maybe it's taking a class. Maybe you want to, again, work on your personal finances. So instead of reading a book every night, you decide every Friday night, I'm going to go to this class, or I'm going to watch the Dave Ramsey show with my friend every single Friday, and we're going to get really good at finances. Whatever it is, find something that holds you accountable where it's very, very hard to say no. We want the barrier to fail at your goal to be so difficult that there's no other option than to accomplish our goals. So along with time to relax and recharge, we also want to give ourselves rewards. So this can look like allowing yourself to get a donut after you finish a big project, or allowing yourself halfway through the workday to get a little drink, get a coffee. Maybe it's letting yourself buy a workout outfit for every month of consistency that you complete. Things like this make our dopamine system kind of rewire and get us to physically want to accomplish our goals, because our brain is like, oh, if we do this, we're going to get this, and then I'm going to be happy. And then that way you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're happy and you complete your goals. So I really hope this episode helps you guys. It's definitely really hard to juggle everything. I mean, right now I'm juggling work full-time, school full-time. Don't even ask me. I just totally failed an assignment. And that's okay, because school I put lower in priority because my goal is to get my degree, not to necessarily get straight A's. So I need to accept that because work took a priority. I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. I'm trying to work on a side business. I'm trying to still stay in touch with friends and still make time for my family and my relationship and still keep up with my fitness and my health. So it's a lot. And the only way I can do this is by using all these tools that I've kind of laid out in this video. So yeah, I hope this really helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. And if there's anything you want to hear specifically in the next videos, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more like this. Bye!